Hello students, in redox reaction where oxidation and reduction reaction takes place, one substance gets oxidized, other substance gets reduced. There is no possibility of that a self reaction. We can say oxidation is not possible by its own. Similarly, reduction reaction are also not possible by its own, because loss or gain of electron generally takes place when both substances come closer, or one is losing electron, other should accept it. Then transfer of electron takes place. When electron will transfer, then we can say the flow of charge takes place, that is the flow of current takes place. That is formation of or production of current will occur. Generally, in the conversion of that is chemical energy and electrical energy, these two types of energy is very important in that electrochemistry. Electrochemistry means electrical energy can convert to chemical energy and chemical energy can convert to electrical energy. Both is essential. So the device, that is we can say the cell, which convert electrical energy to chemical energy, that is called electrolytic cell. Here, electrolytic cell, this type of device, it converts what? Electrical energy to chemical energy. Electrical energy to chemical energy. And here, this conversion, battery is required. Here, battery is required. Battery is required. Without battery, we can't produce what? Electricity. So, this, what happens? Electrical energy, it produces electric current, battery produces electric current. That electric currents undergo a chemical change in the electrolytes. The electrolytes undergo a chemical change due to effect of electric current. That's why it converts electrical energy to chemical energy. And battery is required here. Then here another thing is, as the two electrodes is required, one is anode, another is cathode. Anode must be connected to the positive terminal. So anode is positive here, anode is positive, and cathode is negative. It is very important. Here anode is positive and cathode is negative. And here in anode, when electric current will pass, then in anode, then an oxidation reaction takes place. In anode, always oxidation reaction takes place. Oxidation occurs. In cathode, reduction occurs. You have to remember, anode means oxidation, cathode means reductions. So, when electricity will pass, dissociation of electrolytes takes place. That is, you can say, chemical change. Due to dissociation of electrolytes, new substance are produced. Dissociation of electrolyte takes place and new substance produced. So we can say electrical energy to chemical energy, that is called electrolytic cell. And dissociation takes place of electrolytes due to help of electric current, that is battery, and the results formation of new product, that is new chemical substance will produce. This is a very important thing. And during the dissociation, new substance means maybe gases may be produced, maybe metals deposited. Here what happened due to this dissociation, gas or elements, generally metals, deposited. Gas produced at the anode or cathode and metal generally deposited. But generally it is being observed that metal always deposited at cathode. Metal generally produced at cathode. Always at cathode metal is produced. Metal produced at the cathode and non-metal generally produced at the anode. Some definition is there. We will discuss later in that product of electrolysis. We will discuss later. So this is called electrolytic cell. But you see another type of device or cell in which what happens. This is called electrochemical cell. It converts what? Chemical energy to electrical energy. Chemical energy to electrical energy. This is the opposite of electrolytic cell. And here what happens? This due to the difference in what? Reactivity. Due to difference of tendency to lose electron, due to difference of tendency to lose electron between two electrodes. Due to difference of tendency to lose electron between two electrodes, it loses electron, and that electron will be lost from one atom, from one electrode, will move towards other. Generally, here what happens? In this normally in electrochemical cell, general electron flow from anode to cathode. Electron flow, here electron flow from anode to cathode. Electron flows from anode to cathode. Here what happens? As zinc is more reactive than copper, if you see as zinc is more reactive, this is the anode is zinc and cathode is copper. As zinc is more reactive than copper in terms of their tendency to lose electron, so zinc is losing electron, and this electron that produced from zinc, it will be attracted towards copper due to high tendency to accept electron compared to zinc. So electron flow from zinc to what? Electron flow from zinc to copper. Due to difference in tendency to lose electron, as it has more tendency to lose electron, so zinc losing electron, and that electron move towards cathode. So due to difference of tendency to lose electron between two electrodes, it loses electron, and electron flow from generally anode to cathode. And you know the sign of convention that current flow from copper to anode. This is the opposite. Current, here current, if you see, current will be in this direction. Current flow from copper to zinc and electron flow from zinc to copper. This is a sign of convention. Due to this difference in tendency to losing electron, that's why zinc loses electron and copper accept it. But this reaction takes place over this electrode, over the anode and cathode. As you see, as zinc is losing electron, as zinc is a source of electron, that's why it is negative charge. So in electrochemical cell, anode is negative electrode. Anode is negative and cathode is positive. It is very important, you have to remember. This is the difference between electrolytic cell and electrochemical cell. As anode is losing electron, so it acts as a source of electron, that's why it acts as negative charge. As it demands electron, copper is demanding electron due to more tendency to gain electron compared to zinc. That's why electron flow from zinc to copper, and that's your demands electron. That's why it is quite positive electrode. Cathode is positive electrode and anode is negative electrode. But here anode is positive and cathode is negative, just opposite. And here also electrolyte is required. Both is electrolyte required. Another thing is important, that electrolyte of what? Same metal. Electrolyte of same metal is taken. Suppose example zinc sulfate and copper sulfate, like this. So that electrode used, its electrolyte will be taken. That electrolyte will be used, it should be the salt of highly soluble salt of the same metal dipped in the particular vessel. So this is very important, that the features of electrochemical cell. Anode is negative and cathode is positive, and here current electron flow from zinc to copper, that is from anode to copper. Here number 5, salt bridge is important. Salt bridge is needed. Salt bridge, if without salt bridge, if you frame the electrochemical cell, this is called galvanic cell also. This is called also galvanic cell. All electrochemical cell, it requires salt bridge. Without salt bridge, the cell works that less span of time. For very small time, that less time it will continue without salt bridge. Salt bridge, it is one that U-shaped tube. Salt bridge, U-shaped glass tube. U-shaped glass tube containing inert electrolytes. Inert electrolytes means that electrolyte will be taken in the salt bridge should not interfere with the electrolyte taken in the different vessels. There is no interaction, there is no reaction between the electrolyte taken in the salt bridge with the electrolyte taken in the vessel. That's why salt bridge is needed, and a U-shaped glass tube containing inert electrolyte. Generally, it is potassium chloride, potassium nitrate, ammonium chloride, like this. These are the inert electrolyte. Generally, does not interfere with the ions present in the electrolytic tank, electrolytic cell. There is no interaction, there is no interference. That's why salt bridge is important. Then what are the reaction? Generally, what type of reaction takes place in case of electrochemical cell? As this is a particular example of Daniel cell. It is example of Daniel cell. It is a specific example of electrochemical cell. The reaction is like this. First, representation. Representation, and this is the graphical representation, but in notation it is represented like this. Here zinc and connected to zinc ion. Then salt bridge symbol is double line, vertical lines. Then copper ion, then copper metal. So this is the what notation of that Daniel cell. It is a Daniel cell, its representation. First is your electrodes, then attached to that its ions, then salt bridge, then next electrode is ions, then electrodes. So this is the representation. This is a graphical representation. Generally, anode is left side and cathode is what? The right side. This is called half cell. It is also called half cell. It is also called half cell. Two half cells are joined. This is called anode, this is called anode, and this is called cathode. Anodic cell, cathodic cell. And here this is a representation of particular Daniel cell, zinc with zinc ion. Then this zinc ion, it has some specific concentration. Let it be 1 m. Let it be 1 m. Copper, let it be 1 m. 1 m is the concentration. Particular concentration of electrolyte will be taken. Concentration may be increased, may be decreased. It may be same or may be different. But it must have some electrolytic solution. As the electrolyte taken in the solution form, so it has some specific concentration. Concentration should be mentioned between two electrodes. So this part is called anodic half cell. This is called cathodic half cell. So this is the difference between anode and cathode. Here, what is the reaction? What is the cell reaction? Here, cell reaction is already I have told you. Electrochemical cell mainly is consists of two half cell reaction, that is oxidation and reduction. Here, what happens? Zinc gets oxidized to zinc ion, forming 2 electrons. That electron will be present in the where? In the zinc electrode. After losing electrons, that electron will remain in the where? It moves towards the cathode. Then it produces zinc ion. After losing, it produces zinc ion. After losing electron, it loses to the solution zinc ion. So zinc ions will be increased around zinc rod after loss of electrons. Then what happens? These 2 electrons that is produced from zinc atom, it moves towards cathode. So what happens? Cathode contain copper 2 plus ion. It accepts these 2 electrons produced from zinc, and this electron move towards copper and forming copper metal. So this is called reductions. This is called reductions. This is called oxidation. So this reaction is called redox reaction. Redox reaction, oxidation and reduction takes place. If you add these 2 reactions, what is the result? The result is your zinc plus copper 2 plus changes to Zn2 plus copper. So this is the final reaction of Daniel cell. That one is losing electron, other is accepting. Without loss and gain, there will no transfer of electron. That's why the particular half cell is meaningless. There is no formation of electron for a particular half cell. When 2 half cells will be joined, as one half cell has tendency to losing electron, other half cell has that tendency to accept electron, then electron will flow. If you take 2 zinc half cell, if you connect to the galvanometer, this is G, the galvanometer, which is used to what? Indicate the flow of current. Small current that flow indicates in the galvanometer. Anyway, so if you use 2 zinc half cell, there will be no what? Formation of electron. There will be no that indication of current flow in the galvanometer, because both half cell have same tendency. So one should have higher tendency to lose, other should have higher tendency to accept. One is losing, other is accepting. Then current will flow, then electron will flow from one half cell to other half cell. So two half cell forming one complete cell. These two half cell, one has more tendency to lose electron, other has a high tendency to gain electron. Then between zinc and copper, zinc has a high tendency to losing electron, copper has, compared to zinc, it has more tendency to gain electron. That's why electron flow from zinc to copper and current flow from copper to zinc. So this is about the one important representation of Daniell cells. This is diagram representation, this is the symbolical representation, this is the cell reaction, this is the net reaction takes place between the redox, between the zinc and copper, that is the cell reaction, this is called a redox reaction. Then there is a very important thing that these two half cell current flow between one half cell to other half cell, zinc to copper, due to difference in cell. That's what? Electrode potential. That is called electrode potential. Electrode potential of zinc has electrode potential means in the sense you can say that tendency to lose electron is more, that the potential to lose electron is more. Here the potential to lose electron is less. Due to this potential difference, current flow or electron flow from zinc to copper. So this different, each having the particular potential. This zinc half cell has a particular specific potential and copper half cell has a specific potential. When this potential difference is called cell potential. This potential difference, suppose we know you have read already in class 11 that already you have read that E electrode potential is symbol as standard value is E naught. E naught of cell is equal to, if you write in terms of potential difference of compared to anode and cathode, that E naught cell is equal to E anode minus E cathode. This potential in terms of reduction. In terms of oxidation, E anode minus E cathode. In terms of reduction, in terms of cell reduction, that is equal to E cathode minus E anode. Because cathode has a high tendency to gain electron, that's why reduction potential is more. Cathode has high reduction potential, the tendency to gain is more, and anode has low reduction potential. So in terms of reduction potential, you can write E cathode minus anode, because cathode has high tendency to gain electron, that's why E cathode minus anode. But in terms of oxidation potential, anode has a high tendency to lose electron, oxidation potential is more, so E anode minus E cathode. Both is positive, both cases is positive, both is positive. It may be oxidation potential E anode minus E cathode. In terms of E reduction is E cathode minus anode, both is positive. Without positive potential, you have read in thermodynamics that without positive reduction potential, then there will be no work done is possible. So reaction will not be possible, that is reaction will not be spontaneous. That's why E naught value should be positive. That's why higher value minus lower value. This anode minus cathode means oxidation potential and cathode minus anode means reduction potential. We will discuss in the next class what is the electrode potential, types of electrode potential, and what is the difference between them. We will discuss. So E naught cell is that for Daniell cell, for particular Daniell cell, E naught cell is equal to for Daniell cell is equal to 1.1 volt. This is the E naught cell of this Daniell cell. For Daniell cell, For Daniel cell, this is 1.1 volt. But if you fix one external voltage, very important this thing, you remember this difference. If the external voltage means you fix one extra voltage from outside, external. If E external voltage is equal to 1.1 volt, then there will be no flow of current. There will be no flow of current. No current. No current will flow. When the potential difference will be 1.1 volt, there will be no current flow. When E external volt is less than 1.1 volt, if it will be less than 1.1 volt, when it will connect to the outside, some voltage you apply, if it is less than 1.1 volt, then what happens? Electron flow from anode to copper. Normally the cell will work. So external voltage will less than 1.1 volt, then it will continue as a electrochemical cell. Then it is electrochemical cell. ECC, electrochemical cell, will act as electrochemical cell. But if E external voltage greater than 1.1 volt, if it is greater than 1.1 volt, then it will be reverse. Then it acts as a electrolytic cell. Electrolytic cell. ELC, short form I have written ELC, electrolytic cell. It will be electrochemical cell. So, but when it will be 1.1 volt, exact same voltage will give. This 1.1 is the voltage difference between anode and cathode. When the voltage difference is 1.1 volt, you supply from outside, there will be no flow of current. But it will be less than 1.1 volt you will supply, then external voltage, that external voltage will get less than 1.1 volt, then it will be acts as an electrochemical cell. Zinc will lose electron, copper will accept. That means electron flow from zinc to copper. Normally it acts as an electrochemical cell. But it is less than 1.1 volt, greater than 1.1 volt if you apply from externally, then just it will reverse. What happens? Here zinc will lose electrons. Here copper will lose electron and zinc will accept. Just reverse. So it acts as a just. What happens? It acts as electrolytic cells. So this is the difference between electrochemical cell and electrolytic cell. Only main difference is it convert that chemical energy, to electrical energy. Itself acts as a battery. Itself the cell acts as a battery. But here in the electrolytic cell, we have to use battery. Without battery, there will be no what? Spontaneity. That's why normally it acts as a spontaneous process. Current will flow, electron will flow, that zinc to copper, that is spontaneous process. But it will be reverse. It will be reverse when the voltage will be one less, that is greater, less than, it will be greater than 1.1 volt. When it will be greater than 1.1 volt, then it acts as an electrolytic cell like the previous one. And here salt bridge, this salt bridge, what is the role of salt bridge? It connects to half cell. What is the role of salt bridge? It connects to half cell. And second thing is, when it maintains electrical neutrality between two half cells. It maintains electrical charge. Neutrality is maintained. It will not increase or decrease the charge. If the Zn2 plus increase around zinc rod, then it traps the electron. So it opposes the flow of electron from zinc to copper. Because the concentration of Zn2 plus ion will increase, it traps the electron produced from zinc rod. That's why the flow of electron will be slow. So to minimize the charge, this salt bridge supply the opposite charge ions. When the Zn2 plus ion concentration will increase in this half cell, then it produce negative ions. Negative ions will flow. to balance the increase of Zn2 plus. Similarly, when the copper 2 plus ion is decreased from this half shell, if copper 2 plus will be decreased due to reduction. Due to reduction, copper 2 plus is decreased, then to adjust the charge, it is supply positive charge towards the electrolytic solution. Towards electrolytic solution, it will produce positive ion, so that positive charge will not decrease. Here Zn2 plus, that Zn2 plus will be increased, will be minimized by negative ions. That's why it maintains electrical neutrality. That is very two important function of salt is. It will connect two half cell. When it connects, then easily current will flow. So connect two half cell. Second thing is it maintain electrical neutrality between two half cells, so that the cell can continue for a long time without what? Stop. So this is the very importance of electrolytic cell and electrochemical cell. And electrochemical cell is specific electrochemical cell is Daniel cell. In Daniel cell required anode, two half cell, that is zinc, and here cathode is copper. And this is the cell representation of Daniel cell. This is the cell reactions of the electrochemical cell. So you practice so many different types of electrochemical cell, and you can write the reaction on the basis of which will be anode, which will be cathode. So anode always loses electron and cathode always accepts electron. This is the technique. This is the what characteristic of galvanic cell. In case of anode, it loses electron, and in case of cathode, it accepts electron. In anode, oxidation takes place. In cathode, reduction takes place. Okay? This is about your two types of cell, electrolytic cell and electrochemical cell. Okay? Thank you all.